In this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly how we've been able to generate over 800 unique phone calls for our family lawyer client. So if you are a family lawyer yourself watching this video, or maybe you are a marketing agency who is looking to learn how to generate high quality leads and phone calls for your family lawyer client, then this is the video for you. What's up? My name is Jordan and I am a Google Ads agency owner. We manage close to $10 million in ad spend, and I will put a link in the description if you want me and my team to set up the same exact system that we've been doing for all of our clients for your practice. That will be in the description. You can schedule a call with myself or my team to make that happen for you. All right, guys, so we are here in the call log of my family lawyer client. As you can see, this year, 2023, from January 1st to August 10th, we have generated over 800 calls, 830 calls to be exact. And you can see just calls are coming in every single day, 28 calls, 30 calls per day. Some days as high as 40 calls. 44 calls, 43 calls. So we are generating calls for our client every single day. And in this example here, he specifically is a family lawyer. So if you, like I said, if you're yourself looking to generate more calls for your law firm, if you're a family lawyer, this is the video for you, okay? And here's the Google dashboard. We have specifically for his ad account, we've manage over $500,000. Our conversion rate is at 26%, which is really, really good. Industries average, you're going to see anywhere between 6 to 12%, 15 to 18% on the high end. I'd say even 12% on the high end. And minimum, what you want to shoot for is 20% minimum or higher. So if you are running a campaign, go in there and take a look at your Google dashboard. And if your conversion rate is not at minimum 20% or higher, then there needs to be things that needs to be improved. Okay, you want to be over 20% conversion rate, and that's how you're going to get more leads coming in. So conversion rate is just basically for every how many ever clicks turning into a lead for your business. So for example, if you get 5 people to click on your ad and one of those people turn into a lead for your business, that is a 20% conversion rate, right? So in our case, it's a 26%. That means for every 100 clicks, we're generating 26 leads out of that, which is a really, really awesome number. And we just have a lot of data on what works. I mean, this is just one of our ad accounts. Over $500,000 has been managed. And we have other ad accounts where we manage over $1 million just for that specific ad account. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in on how to set this up for yourself. All right. So now I'm in my test account here. Obviously, you need to create your Google Ads account. Just do a quick Google search, create your Google Ad account. And this is what we are going to do. All right, so I'm just going to go to my test account. And then from here, we want to set up a new campaign. All right. From here, what is our objective? In this case, we want to generate leads for our business. So we're just going to click on the leads as our objective. We're going to hit continue. We want to do search, a search campaign. I know there's these other campaigns here, but if you are trying to generate leads for your law firm, get some phone calls coming in, you just want to stick to search. Performance Max is the new campaign. However, I've heard, just from colleagues that it hasn't been the best campaign as far as getting consistent leads at a good price. Display and shopping, you're not going to need. Video campaign is more so if you're looking to run YouTube ads. YouTube ads can be pretty beneficial too, depending on if you have the budget for it, what type of niche you're in, and things like that, right? So we're just gonna stick with the search campaign. Select the ways you want to reach your goal. We're gonna want some phone calls. Right here is where you want to put your tracking number. Lead form submissions, website visits. We don't want that. So really the only goal that you should set here is the phone call. And this shouldn't be your office number. Okay. What you want to do is have a tracking number placed here. And the reason for that is because everyone that calls the tracking number is going to be routed to your office number. And the reason why we want to have a tracking number in place is so that we can track all the calls that are coming specifically from Google, so that we can push that data into Google's algorithm and tell Google, hey, we want more of these type of phone calls, go out and get me these type of leads, right? So if you don't have a tracking system set up, then essentially you're not going to be able to tell Google what is a lead and when Google does generate you a lead, right? So when you are running ads on any platforms, right, you want to be able to, essentially what you're doing is you're buying data, okay? And once you have that data, you want to push that back into the platform, into the algorithm to say, hey, this is what a lead looks like to me. Go out and find me more of these, okay? So if you're not feeding data and you're not sending that tracking data back into the platform, Google is not going to know what to lead for your business, and they're not going to know how to be running your ads more efficiently, okay? So we want to run so we want to set up your tracking system, right? And that's what this platform is. This is CallRail. I use CallRail as my unique call tracking system. They give us a tracking number that then routes to the whatever number, your office number, your cell phone number, whatever it is. But more importantly, you want to have a tracking number, okay? Campaign name, let's just set up a simple divorce campaign, okay? So I'm just going to put divorce lawyers. All right, so that's our campaign. That's who we're going to be trying to generate more calls for. You can do it for, child support. You can do it for just general family law, guardianship, whatever it is that you want. For our clients specifically, we run a lot of, I believe, family law, general family law, and then divorce cases, okay? Now for bidding, Google over the years has been trying to be more controlling of advertisers' ad account by being more in control of how you bid, right? How much you're spending per click, per lead, and things like that. And Google is a business, okay? They're one of the most profitable businesses in the world. And the reason for that is because they know that people, in order to grow their business, they need to be on Google, and you need to be advertising on Google, right? And so they're going to try to take advantage of that and try to get advertisers to spend the most amount of money. Okay. And that's why they have these smart bidding strategies, right? Which is essentially allowing Google to be in control of your bidding strategy, how much you're spending. And on paper, this looks really good for a business owner because you're just like, hey, I can set this up and just let Google do its thing. However, if you've done it in the past, you'll know that you're probably not getting the best results, right? And that's why there are Google marketing agencies out there to help you out with this. So if, you can take all this advice and run it for yourself. But like I said, we are a Google Ads agency. If you need our help, set this up for you, manage it. That link is in the description below, and you can schedule a call with me and my team to help set this all up for you. So essentially, we want to do manual CPC. Google is not going to give you that option right now. So I'll teach you how to change this bidding strategy to the manual cost per click. And that way you can be more in control of how much you're paying per click, okay? So for now, we're just going to go with one of two options. If you want to go the automated route, it's either going to be focus on clicks, number one, or number two, focus on conversions, okay? Now, in the beginning, you may want to start off with clicks, right? And we want to the goal is to get as many clicks as possible so that we can get data. We can tell Google what is a conversion, basically what is a lead. And then once we get enough data, we can then switch over to conversions. Okay, so we're going from clicks to get data, then switching over to a conversion bidding strategy once we have enough data, right? And the reason why we don't want to go straight into conversions is because it may take a little bit longer, right? As far as if you start running Google ads, Google doesn't know what a conversion is yet, right? You don't have any data to tell Google what is a conversion. So they don't know how to generate leads at a best cost for you. So that's why you can go start off with max clicks if you want to go the automated route. I'm going to teach you how to switch over to manual later on. Now you can set maximum cost per click, bid limit. Let's say you don't want to spend more than, $30 per click on your ad. Then you can set that here, okay? And you probably want to have a number set here because if let's say you put only $1, right? Your max bid limit is only $1. Well, chances are Google is not going to be able to find people to click on your ads for $1. So you're not going to get any traffic, right? But let's just say you bid too high at $150. Google's going to take advantage of that and try to get you clicks upwards to $150, and you end up overpaying for a click on your ad, right? So that's why you need an expert to get in there and have enough data to see, okay, how much should we be bidding on a click, right? Now, if you don't have anything at all, then Google is just going to go out there and just try to get your clicks. It's going to range on the pricing, so you don't really know. But I recommend you have some type of clicks. For family law, I'd say, it's going to be range for your city, depending on how competitive things are. But let's just say it's $30, okay? Only bid for new customers, adoption limits, regardless of your bidding strategy. The campaign will not run. Okay, this is a whole different thing. We don't really need that. I'm gonna hit next. Now, a lot of business owners make the mistake of leaving these check marks on because Google is automatically going to, at default, they're going to get you to get your ads out more so that you're spending more, getting more traffic. But on paper, it looks good because you're getting a lot of traffic, you're getting a lot of clicks, but at the end of the day, are those leads good? Is the lead quality good? Are those leads turning into clients for your business, right? So we want to turn off those check marks. All right. And essentially what these are is just for Google to get your ads to show on different networks, their search partners, and it's not so much on the Google search engine. All right. So here we are. We're going to go to locations, targeted here. We don't want to target all countries and territories, right? We don't want, if you're located in Los Angeles and you only serve Los Angeles, we don't want to get our ad shown in New York. All right. We want to be as specific as possible. We're paying for a click. We want to make sure that the potential lead is someone who's going to turn into a client for our business. Okay. So we don't want all countries. Like I said, Google is going to have these little tricky things where they try to get you to spend. Okay. And some people might fly by this. They might just miss this part, right? And you end up showing up your ads to the whole entire world. Okay. So locations option, what we want to do is enter another location. From there, you want to put in your address. Before, they would actually let you put in your specific brick and mortar address, but now they want to be a little bit more specific, city or postal code. Okay, so let's just say it's Los Angeles for now. We want to target just Los Angeles, and we can do an advanced search. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. We can actually type in your, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can, target your street address if that's the only area to target. Okay. Now we can either target all of Los Angeles like this, or maybe you don't want to target all of Los Angeles. Maybe you only want to target a radius around your office. So we could do a radius, and we'll do a radius around Long Beach. Okay. Target. And so it'll put a 20-mile radius around Long Beach. And you can change this by clicking on this pencil button. Let's say you only want to do, 10-mile radius. Maybe your city is very populated, so you don't need to do big radiuses, right? But let's say you live in a smaller town, then you might want to target out a 20 to 30-mile radius. Okay. Obviously, Los Angeles is a huge city, very populated. So we may not need to do a whole 30-mile radius unless you're, targeting all of Southern California or something like that. All right, so I'm just going to hit save. We're going to set this to 15, somewhere in a sweet spot, 15-mile radius around Long Beach. All right, now the next thing that you want to target here, super, super important, is that you want to target people who are in or regularly in your targeted location. Okay, so that means we only want to target people within that 15-mile radius of Long Beach. Okay, but Google at default, and they also recommended here, which is not what you want to do. This option is going to target people in or regularly in, or who have shown interest in your targeted locations. Okay. And what this means is that you're not only targeting people who is in this area, but you're targeting, let's say, someone in New York and they're searching for a family lawyer in Long Beach. Your ad is going to show up to that person living in New York. Okay. And that's not what you want to do. If you're paying for ad dollars, you want to be targeting your specific ideal clients. You might argue that, hey, if someone in New York is probably calling for their parents or for their spouse in Long Beach. And yes, that is possible, but the likelihood of that is not much. Okay. And so with Google, you want to be as tight knitted as possible. Otherwise, you're just going to blow through your budget and not get much in return. All right. So in the beginning, we want to be as tight knitted as possible. Languages, we're just going to stick with English unless you want to target different languages. So go ahead and just leave it at English for now. Broad match keywords, work with smarting biddings, ensures consistent provide. Okay. Off use. Okay, we're gonna just leave that off. We don't want broad match keywords just because it's gonna broaden things up. We're gonna get a lot of search volume and clicks that has, they might search up, all-time best family lawyer in the past 200 years or something, and then your ad's still gonna show up. We don't want to do that. All right, so now going down to the settings here, we can do the start and end date. You can set that up here whenever you want to start your campaign. Ad rotation, we're going to leave it as optimized, prefer best performing ads. This is a good option just because Google is then going to just show your best performing ad to people who, whichever ads that's likely going to convert people into leads for your business. Now, ad schedule, okay? This is really important. You may want to run your ads all day. You may want to run your ads all during business hours, but the correct answer to running your ad schedule is you want to run during not only your business hours, but more importantly, when you have someone trained and available to answer phone calls, okay? It is super, super important that when you are running Google ads and your ads are running and live, is that you do not miss out on leads. You do not miss phone calls. You do not allow phone calls to go to voicemail, okay? And the reason for that is because you had spent money for that person to click on your ad. And if you're not answering the phone, or if your person that's answering the phone, your call center or whatever, is not trained to qualify and book these leads in, then they're just going to call the next person, the next ad, okay? And the next person might be a little bit more experienced in their sales process, sales back end or whatnot. But that is super important, okay? Trained and available during ad hours. They can just call the next person and the next person and so forth. All right. So what you want to do is, let's just say you're Monday through Friday. Let's just say your ad hours is, I don't know, 8 a.m. to noon. Okay. Now you want to mess with this, obviously, to set it during whoever's when you have someone trained and available. So from here, ad schedule, we're going to go next. Now we're going to start creating ad groups. Okay. So now that we have our campaign, the campaign is essentially the house. Okay. That's going to house everything. Now I want you to look at ad groups as if they are rooms within the house. Okay. So the campaign is the house. The ad group is a room within the house. Now each room is going to have a very specific service. Okay. Each separate room, you want it to have its own service. So for example, in this room, in this ad group, we don't want to be having divorce, child support, guardianship. We don't want essentially like that, okay? Divorce, child support, guardianship. Those are 3 separate services, okay? So in each room, you want its own service, okay? So these would be essentially 3 different ad groups. You want to create ad group number 1 for just all divorce keywords. You want to create ad group number 2 for all child support type keywords, and then ad group number 3 for all guardianship type keywords. Okay, so you don't want to start adding personal injury. You don't want to start targeting accident lawyers, right? You don't want to have all these different services in one room. Okay, so you want to separate and break it out so that everything is very specific, and it's going to help with the relevancy and essentially boost your Google ad score so that you can get better cost per click and things like that. So that's how Google is going to reward you. Google will reward you by charging you less when things are relevant, your score is high. Okay. So let's just say this room is going to be all about divorce. And I go even deeper in the back end. We'll even break it up into divorce lawyer. We'll break it up into divorce attorneys, right? So one room is all divorce lawyers. The next room is going to be all divorce attorneys. So I'll go as far as that, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to keep it nice and short. Okay. Now, as far as keywords, okay, you want to start targeting the most high intent keywords, right? People who are most likely to be hiring a divorce lawyer or divorce attorney, whatever the case is. Now, there are going to be 3 different match types, okay? There's going to be divorce, let's just say divorce lawyer. That is our broad match type keyword. Now we have divorce lawyer in parentheses. That's going to be our phrase match keyword. And then we're going to have it in bracket divorce lawyer. Okay. Now let me tell you the differences between these keywords. Okay. So the first one has no special signs, right? Just divorce lawyer. And that is considered a broad match keyword. So for example, if someone searches this top 10 divorce lawyer near me, your ad's going to show. If someone searches up Jordan Lee divorce lawyer, your ad is going to show up. If someone searches up how to become a divorce lawyer jobs near me, divorce lawyer schools, right? Your ad is going to pop up. So anything that Google thinks is related to divorce lawyer, your ad can show. Okay. So even if you might search up something along the lines of breaking up with my spouse, how to break up with my spouse, right? Your ad might show up because Google is going to think that that is going to be related to divorce lawyer. So I don't really like using broad match keywords just because it's going to really increase your traffic volume. And we're not really able to target our ideal customers and clients. Okay. So I don't really like broad match keywords unless we're really trying to broaden things and you have a big budget and you're just trying to get as much traffic as possible, then we'll go that route. Now, the next one up is our phrase match, right? It's in parentheses. Now, I like this one a little bit better because it's going to be a little bit more specific. It's not so broad, okay? Now, what this keyword means is that your ad will show whenever the word divorce lawyer in that specific order is searched up. So someone who searches up, if someone searches up divorce lawyer near me, then your ad's going to show up. Okay, so whatever comes before divorce lawyer or after divorce lawyer, your ad is going to show. All right. And you might be thinking, well, what if someone searches up how to become a divorce lawyer, right? Yes, your ad will still show up, but I'm going to teach you how to filter out bad searches. Okay, bad searches where people aren't looking to convert. Okay, and we'll dive in deeper with the negative keywords. That's really what it is. Negative keywords will filter out these bad traffic, bad searches, and then that way you can have higher intent. Okay. Now the ones in the brackets is exact match, and that's exactly what it sounds like, right? So someone who types in divorce lawyer in the search engine just like that, then your ad's going to show. Okay, so you might go divorce lawyer near me. That is a very high intent keyword. So if someone searches that up exactly like that, your ad's going to show. All right. So let's go ahead and type in a couple example keywords here. You might want to put the word divorce. Okay. And you're like, and that's kind of in a phrase match. And this keyword is good. However, it is still very broad, right? Because anyone can type in the word divorce. It could be about anything and your ad's going to show. So the keyword itself is not so high intent. All right. Now, even though I will say the more broad it is, the less the cost is going to be, right? Because it's a little bit more broad. So the more specific you are, and the more high intent the keyword is, the more competition it may have on that keyword. So it may be a little bit more expensive, but at least you know the intent and the quality of those keywords are going to be a lot better compared to these broad ones, right? You might get a lead or you might get a few leads that come in from this and it'll be cheaper. But you're going to get more traffic and more clicks and things like that. So let's just go, for example, divorce lawyer near me. And then we'll do a divorce lawyer. Now, essentially, these two keywords are almost the same, right? But I always like to have both just so I can see which one is producing more leads, which one's converting better, which is costing better. And then we can see from the data in your area, which keyword is generating you the most results, right? So divorce lawyer near me. And let's just say you are in Los Angeles. So we may want to target divorce lawyer, Los Angeles, right? Divorce lawyer LA. Okay, and I would do the same thing and put it in brackets. Okay, I'm not going to do it right now. And we may just want divorce lawyer. Okay, that's still good. So that's not a, so this keyword here is probably going to be your main keyword, divorce lawyer, and you'll get good amount of traffic from that alone. All right. And so if you need some suggestions, you can actually go right up here. You can put in your website. Google will scan your website and see and recommend to you what keywords you should target. Or you can go down here and tell Google what it is that you want. There we go. So as you can see here, you type in the word divorce and you're going to see that Google recommends all these. All right. So you can always use these. You can, take them out and go and so forth. But as you can see here, Google is going to put divorce papers, right? Someone who's searching for divorce papers, yes, they are in the process of divorcing, which could probably use your help, but less than 10 keyword, but however, you can still leave it. But they're also going to throw in their family lawyers. And personally, I like to break this up into a different ad group so that your one room is more specific and your relevancy is going to be a lot higher. All right, so that's just the example. And they also added in broad match keywords, so you probably want to change that to phrase match and exact match. All right, now that to the ads part. This part is just this whole process of setting the campaign is important, which is why it's so important to watch this whole entire video. All right, so final URL, you want to put in your landing page, your website, ideally your landing page, because a lot of businesses who run Google ads are going to send traffic to their website. You want to be different. You want to send to a landing page. And the difference between a website and a landing page is that people who go to a landing page are more likely to convert because the landing page is designed to specifically convert online traffic into leads for your business. Whereas a website is more just general information. If someone is trying to learn more about you, see what you've done, they'll go to your website. Okay. But if you are running any type of ads, online ads, you want to be sending it to a landing page. All right. And then from here, display path, we can just type in something divorce lawyer. And if you offer free consultations, we can put in free consults. Okay. So as you can see, 15 characters. And so down here, where we write headlines, this is what's going to show on as your ad, okay? And so Google is going to have some recommended headlines here, family lawyers, and so forth, but we want to stick with divorce, okay? We want to be as specific as possible, just like what I talked about. So from here, divorce lawyer, sorry, number one, divorce lawyers, Los Angeles. Ooh, perfectly fitted. Awesome. Call for a free consultation. 30 plus years of experience. Okay. So I just wrote 3 quick headlines. I may pin this in one. You can pin it wherever you want to show up on the headline. And let me tell you why I put in this specific order. Okay. So headline number 1 is usually going to be who you are, what it is that what your service is. Okay, so in this case, you are a divorce lawyer. All right, so that's what we're going to put here. Headline number 2 is usually the call to action, okay, or maybe a special offer that you have. So the call to action would be call for a free consultation, right? That is the incentive to call you for a free consultation. So it's either incentive, special offer, call to action. So you may also want a good example of headline number 2 would be if you have a special offer, right? So you might say starting at I don't know, $9.95, okay? you can pin that to position number 2. That's your special offer. If it's better, put $7.95, and this should just get people to call in. Okay, obviously divorces may cost a lot more than this, but this is just to get that tripwire, just to get people calling in, and then you can always upsell them in the back end, right? $7.95 might be like your cheapest package for a simple, I don't know what it is that you offer, but you can have something for $7.95, okay? And then in the back end, if they want to go proceed through the whole thing, then obviously it's going to be more. Now, the third headline is going to be your credibility, right? Something that's going to boost your credibility. And usually headline number 3 doesn't really show on Google. Google is going to most of the time show your first 2 headlines. So those are your 2 most important headlines that you want to make sure sounds good. Okay, headline number 3 is usually the credibility, some trust, right? So it might be award-winning for 20 years, right? Los Angeles most trusted, over thousands of divorces handled, right? Something along those lines is what you want for your headline number 3. Then you can go ahead and pin it. And I like to pin it because I get to tell Google which specific order I want the headlines in. If you don't pin it, then Google is going to play around with your headlines and see which one does best in which position, which is good. But like I said, it's going to take a little bit of testing. Okay. So that is why I like to pin the headlines. Descriptions, you can just write any quick descriptions here. Call for a free consultation. Serving Los Angeles for over 50 years. Okay. Something along those lines. And then you could do description number 2. All right, so Google's not going to allow me to launch this campaign. I won't be able to show you more because I don't have a website. So I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel. All right, so I got to delete this ad here. And all right, so now we're going to click next. And so here, Google is going to recommend some daily budgets for you. For family law, I recommend, depending on what area you're in, but minimum, as far as your budget goes, is I would recommend $1,500 for the month in order for you to get enough opportunities, phone calls to come in. So that way, you have enough opportunities to close leads into clients for your businesses. If your budget's too small, you're not going to get enough opportunities. And that's why Google might not work as well for you. Okay. So here's a recommended budget. You can change it to whatever you want, set custom. We'll just set it as this for now. Hit next. And we're going to confirm here. I have to verify on my phone. So give me a quick second. All right. So it's been verified. Google's checking for errors. And there we go. So it'll give you a quick little summary of what your campaign looks like here. Everything looks good. Then you can go ahead and publish campaign. And obviously this campaign is not going to run because I don't have any ads set up. So that's why it's not there. All right. So now that we have our campaign, congratulations. It is launched. It is live. And a couple of things we need to look at before we let it continue to run, because Google, it may take, up to 24 or 48 hours for Google to start showing your ads. Okay. So we have a little bit of time here. So number 1, we're going to go to devices tab right here. And if you want to target computers, mobile phones, and tablets, just leave it as is. But let's just say you don't want to target people who are searching on their tablets because they're less likely to become a lead for your business. Then you can actually turn this off by decreasing it by 100%. So what now is that your ads won't show to people who's like using their iPad or their tablets, essentially. Okay. Most of your leads will come from mobile phones. That's what I've seen generates the best leads, just because people who are searching on mobile, they see your ad, they click it, and they can call in right away really easily. And then this is just computers, someone searching on the computer.
Ad schedule, you can always make changes to it here. Click on this pencil button and you can make changes. Change 12-hour clock here, and you can change whatever time you wanted to set it to. All right, locations. We can always make changes to this. We can add to it, right? Radius, let's just say we want to start targeting Newport Beach. Newport Beach, 20-mile radius around that. There you go. You have it just as that. And if you want to do locations instead, let's say you want to set target Beverly Hills, the city, we can hit that. And there you go. You're targeting the city of Beverly Hills right there. All right. Now, I promised you guys I was going to teach you how to change that bidding strategy to maximum CPC, right? So you go to settings, and under the bidding tab right here, we're going to change the bidding strategy. And as you can see, Google is very secretive about this. You want to go select a bid strategy directly, not recommended. We're going to click that. And now you have the options for manual CPC. And then enhanced CPC is just another way for Google to control your bidding a little bit more. So we're just going to uncheck that. I'm not a big fan of that, really. But essentially, Google tries to make it really easy for you to run ads on their platform, right? They just say, hey, run the campaign. We'll take care of the rest for you. Okay, so very easy to run your ads, but when you allow Google to be in control of your campaign, chances are you're going to spend a little bit more than what you could be if you just implement these strategies that I'm teaching you, right? So go ahead and hit save. And so now when you do manual CPC, you can go to the keywords and you can bid on how much you want to pay for these keywords, okay? So we can go ahead and select all. Right now it's set at 1 cent, and at 1 cent, you're not going to get any traffic for that. So we'll just set it to like, I don't know, $12 for now. But now you have a little bit more control of, how much you could be, how much you'll be spending on these keywords, okay? So that's how you change it to that. And then your ads, obviously we didn't create any, but it would be here. You can hit the plus sign. All right. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is how you can differentiate yourself from other family law firms. Okay. So most people are going to run ads and send to their website. This is what we talked about, right? So let me show you an example of that. So let's just say divorce lawyer near me. We'll type in Los Angeles, California. We're going to type in divorce lawyer near me. So this is a search query. And then you can put in whatever city that you're located in, and you can see this for yourself. So we go search. Obviously right here, we'll see some local service ads. That doesn't really get a lot of volume, to be honest. But this is an example of someone running an ad right here, right? Divorce lawyer near me, attorneys for divorce. So we're just going to go ahead and click that. And as you can see, this is what a majority of business owners in general do, and probably what your competitors are doing. And maybe you've done it in the past, okay? And this is the wrong way to run ads, okay? So let's just say they're running ads because it's sponsored here, right? And someone clicks on this ad, and now you have spent $30 for someone to click on that ad, and you're taken to a website. Okay, this is not a landing page. And the reason for that is because there's all these different links that I could be clicking on. I could click on read more. I could read articles. This is created by Scorpion. And it's just, yeah. So Scorpion has been a marketing company. They've been around to do, awesome work for lawyers. But from what I've seen is that they just take on way too many clients in the same area, right? So if you're a divorce lawyer in Los Angeles and you use Scorpion, chances are Scorpion is working with like 20 other family lawyers divorce lawyers in Los Angeles. So it's hard to differentiate yourself, right? And all the pages and the wording and things like that, they look the same. So it's hard to stand out. But my point here is that this website isn't designed to convert into leads, okay? And the reason for that is there's too much distractions going on. There's too many links I can click on and read, okay? And the right way to do it is not to have all these links, because someone who is searching on the internet, they want instant gratification. Okay. You have about 7 seconds to get that website visitor to do what it is that you want them to do. And you only want them to do one of two things when they click on your ad. Either number one, call you for that consultation so they can book them in, qualify them, book them in, or number two, fill out a form so that you can reach out to them. Those are the only two things that your website visitor should be allowed to do, not click on all these ads, okay, or these links. So 7 seconds, right? It takes about 2 to 3 seconds for your site to load. So now you have 4 seconds. And if you're not able to convert that person into a lead for your business within the next 4 seconds, then your conversion rate is going to drop. The chances of that person turning into a lead for your business has significantly dropped, right? And so within those 4 seconds, if I'm clicking around, you're most likely going to lose me. I'm going to click it off and go to a different ad, okay? So let's see if we can go to a different person who may be doing it the right way. Okay, so this is kind of same thing, sending it to a website. And like I said, a lot of businesses are going to do it this way, and it's not the right way or the best way to run ads. So let's see if we can find a good one. This same thing. This is better. So as you can see, there's a difference, right? This is a website. We all know what a website looks like, right? There's links and stuff like that. For this here, there are no links. We have a logo. We have a little slogan here, and here we go. Right away, the only option I could really do, I can't really click anywhere, is enter my city, county, or zip code and connect myself with a lawyer, okay? And this is just a couple more things. The only call to action button is probably going to get me back up to this. So if I click on this, it's going to take me here. This is what the page wants me to do, okay? So we scroll down, there's a little bit of information, so frequently answered, and then here's a call to action again. If I click it, it takes me here. So as you can see, the only option I really have here is to get instantly connected with a divorce lawyer for a free consultation. And so this is going to convert internet traffic a lot better than if you were to send it to a website, as you can see there. So that is the difference between what converts and what doesn't convert. So if you made that mistake before of sending it to a website, then now you know to change it over to a landing page. Now, obviously, there's going to be landing pages that convert better than others. So you want to make sure you have a high converting landing page, making it as simple as possible for the visitor to either call you or fill out the form. All right. And like I said, my team can set this all up for you, manage it for you. We've managed over close to $10 million in ad spend now. So we have a lot of data on what works and what doesn't. And like I said, if you want to implement this strategy, what you learned in this video for yourself, go ahead and do that and share the results with us in the comment section below. But if you want me and my team to set this up for you, then you can schedule a call with me, my team. The link will be in the description below, and we can help you get started for a lot faster, and you'll be able to skip the learning curve. All right. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Drop a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you have any questions or anything like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.